Hi Taurus, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your Tarotscope, your energy check for September. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, prominent placements. All right, what fell out? I'm going to put this back in, but it's the Seven of Swords reversed, already jumping out. And Taurus, I'm sorry I haven't been around a lot. My office, there were a bunch of cell towers installed on the roof, 8 of them. Yeah, that's my puppy. My puppy doesn't like that either. So yeah, I had to move. So here I am. Sorry that seems like forever, but I'm back and I'll be back more often. And I'll be doing more readings here in the future for you. But this is for September. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So I don't want to talk to anyone else. I am calling in ancestors as our highest angels, ancestors who want to give you messages, angels and guides who want to lead you to your path, your lit path, light it up for you. So what's going on? Okay, here we go, Taurus. We're going to do a tree, an old wise tree spread and just kind of figure out what's going on here in your energy. And then we'll look at energy you don't see coming and get some advice. Okay. What is going on, Taurus? All right. So the heart of the situation, Taurus, is what I'm being drawn to first. And this looks like there's energy going back and forth about a broken heart. There's some kind of energy going back and forth. It almost feels like third party love triangle. And it's almost like somebody's going back to one person, then they come back to the other person. It's like they keep going back and forth, and it's really painful, actually, for everyone involved. So that's the heart of the situation. I'm not sure if this has already happened. I feel like it's kind of been ongoing. So I don't feel like this is new. Ooh. Okay. What it looks like too, happening now and into the near future, this wanted to jump out. There's some kind of, I feel like Taurus, you have more opportunity here. And so because you have different options, different opportunities, this is kind of taking your mind. It's almost like you have a whole lot to do. And so this is taking a lot of energy for you. So you're not totally focusing on this all the time. It's taking some anxiety away because you have a lot to do. But I feel like this also has to do with having, there are more people involved here. Like there are more people to focus on. I even want to say more suitors to focus on. This is all coming from a place of, here's the Hanged Man, so being in this holding position, this pause position, but he's reversed. So this is like, okay, I no longer have to hold. I no longer have to pause. I've actually seen everything that it is, what's in front of me. I've seen everything I need to know, and I no longer have to sacrifice or wait. And so there's motion here. And so there's motion because it looks like you've manifested and called in other things, other opportunities, other relationships. This big picture too is talking about the end of a really grueling cycle, the end of a really painful cycle maybe too. And that would be definitely heart pain. I also feel like this heart pain is like coming in waves. So you might still be feeling this, but it's kind of coming and going because you're making yourself busy. But this is busy with things that you love, not just busy with work, for instance, but busy unless you like work or you love what you're doing. But it's busy with things that you love. So it's like keeping yourself focused on these other things toward the end of this cycle. What's interesting too, Taurus, is in your advice, you have the Devil card in your advice. So the Devil card is the Capricorn card. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. Your advice is talking about looking at, well, what I'm hearing is looking at your anchor. So just give it a container, give it a place to go. But this is also about work. It's looking at your work. It's being diligent in your work. As advice, the Devil is saying, be diligent, or Capricorn is saying, the more you work, the more you have. That's not necessarily always true. But in this advice, it's like the more you put your energy into something, the more you're going to get back out of it at this time in your present time timeline. We're going to do some clarifying here in a moment, but let's look at your higher self and your angels and guides. Your higher self is talking about someone who's kind of talked you down out of your worth, someone who's kind of pulled the rug out from under you in the past, or taken some pentacles away from you, taken some resources away from you somehow. And in order to build that back up, you have to be very self-validating. This person was not a team player, and you have to jump back in and build yourself back up because someone else kind of took it down or took things away from you, whether you realized it or not. You may not have realized it at first, but then you did start to realize it. And I feel like this cycle is coming to a close. You're like, I am not going to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be drained anymore. So release the idea that, this is still viable. What I feel like that means is you've pulled the plug on someone. It's like you've detached from them, or you've unhooked a psychic cord. And right when I was about to talk about this, here is the Eight of Wands reversed. So it looks like somebody has maybe stopped communicating with someone, pulled a psychic cord out, and stopped engaging. I have resistance to building this bridge. So I feel like somebody's really ended something here, Taurus. I feel like you've really ended something. And with higher self talking about how this person was not supporting you, as a matter of fact, doing the opposite of supporting you, they were draining you. This seems like a pretty good call. Let's take a look at this past, present, future. In the past, you're talking about having some kind of offer from the universe. Like the universe is giving you an opportunity somehow. And I think it could have a lot to do with this, but this is coming forward even more. So you've already manifested a lot of opportunity, maybe even by telling the universe what it is that you want, by taking those opportunities as they come up. Present time, this is talking about, it's talking about past life dynamics. It's talking about karmic connections. And it's kind of like you're evaluating those. You're evaluating these karmic connections that are dysfunctional. And they're difficult because it seems like they've been around for a long time. And they're also with people that you are connected to. There's like, this can be past life. This can be soulmate type energy. This can be childhood energy. This is definitely family energy, or feels like family, friends that feel like family. So this is evaluation of what those toxic patterns are that have come up in your lifetime. You can even recognize, once you figure out how this person has those toxic cords and patterns, you can identify all of them in your life, like where they've come in at certain times. And we're going to do some clarifying of that too. Here is your outcome, or your trajectory. And this is your wish card. This is you really getting your dreams fulfilled, your wishes met. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's do some clarifying. Okay, I want to clarify what's going on at the heart of the situation. So this heartbreak coming in waves. And then also there's some kind of recognition here, though, even though this has been hurtful, I feel like you know the truth. And so you're not, it's like you're not upset in the sense that you're not hanging on to the past. You're releasing the past. You're releasing what this was. You're releasing your part in this that you maybe allowed to go on for what it looks like back and forth for too long. Wow, check that out. And you're like, yeah, I'm really letting this go. So here you've got the Ten of Swords reversed, and you've also got the Ten of Swords reversed in the big picture. So this big picture, I am letting this cycle, this really difficult cycle, complete. I'm not stepping backwards. Let's take a look at this happening now and into the future, because it does look like you are looking into the future and you're not being stuck in the past. This is releasing and relieving you of a lot of anxiety. Wow. Okay. This anxiety has to do with betrayal. And I feel like somebody's going to feel you're pulling away, your energetic cord no longer being a viable source for them. They're going to feel it. And I also feel like they're going to try to kind of come back in, and they're going to be like kind of sneaky about it. They do recognize, check that out. So here you are, Taurus, coming in as one of your elements here. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Here's the King of Pentacles reversed. So this person recognizes that they were draining you or keeping you at a certain place so that they could kind of control you, or that's how they felt control. But now they're recognizing that you are self-validating, pulling your resources back to you, and you have a pretty good solid foundation here. And somebody seems to want to come in right when they see that happening and change that up so that you don't leave them or your energy is still available to them. Okay, so here's the Eight of Pentacles reverse. This is you being an expert, and this is clarifying the Hanged Man, coming from this place of no longer having to sacrifice because you know what's going on. You can't fool me. That's kind of the energy that's there. You're like, okay, I can't unknow. Can't unknow. Let's take a look at the big picture here. The end of this cycle. Yeah, you're like, I am not grounding into this again. I am not accepting this offer. I'm telling the universe what it is that I want by telling the universe yes to what I want and not accepting what I do not want. So you're calling the shots here, Taurus. Let's take a look at this King of Pentacles reversed. Whoa. King of Pentacles reversed. Here's the Hangman right here, but reversed. So this is you not having to sacrifice anymore. You know what you know. But this person, what this is saying is that this person is still in that place. They are still on hold. They are still looking at things or needing to see things from a different perspective, but they haven't yet. You've seen everything you've needed to know. They're still stuck in the place where they are. They're trying to control things the way that they're trying to control things. They're still at their same patterns, at their same games. And so your higher self is saying, you know, this person basically isn't going to change or isn't going to change anytime soon, kind of thing. Let's get your angels and guides. They're talking about, wow, yeah. They're talking about you doing lots of self-validation when it comes to the Six of Cups, this past life connection. Like, even though it's a past life connection, even though that came up here, it's this karmic thing, you're working things out. Looks like you've worked whatever you've needed to work out in this connection, you've worked it out. So the thing that you needed to bring a full circle, you did. They're still doing it. They don't need you to do it, even though they think they do. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That totally reminds me of that song. You don't like me how you think you do. I like it though. Something. That's I think that's what you're saying to them. Ugh. All right, let's take a look at this Devil card. Let's look at your advice here. The Devil has advice telling you to look at the toxic things in your life, telling you to focus on work, focus on what works, focus on hard work that gets you what you want. Wow. So when it comes to working on your heart work, when it comes to working on your heart and getting over to the other side of this sadness. Work hard to get on the other side of this grief. I love that. I'm sorry that this is so painful, Taurus. It definitely, I mean, this is just, that's not an awesome time to overcome. Let's take a look at this. So this is you cutting cords, cutting someone off, maybe cutting cords, like just not engaging. Yeah, and this is also, I feel like this is layered because this is you being independent, but it's still you kind of thinking about things that have gone on, even though you're done. But this is also layered. I feel like this is them even playing those kind of games with you, kind of like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. But they're distracted because it's almost like a waiting game. I think they're waiting for you to contact them. And you're like, I'm not going to do that, but they don't believe you. Okay. And you're like, yeah, I have resistance to making this contact. I have resistance to it because I already know. Here's the Seven of Swords that came up earlier when we were shuffling. I already know the sneaky monkey stuff that went on in the past, and that doesn't feel good. Past, present, future, telling the universe what it is that you want, right? And you're telling the universe, I want a new path. I even hear somebody saying, I need a new life. I need a new path. I need a new direction. I need a different journey. Let's take a look at this. Whoa, check it out. That's so crazy that this keeps happening. Okay, so here's the Four of Cups reversed. Here's the Four of Cups proper. You're telling the universe what it is that you want by accepting things and saying no to things, right? And so you're saying no to the dysfunctional dynamics of this karmic relationship. Over and over and over again, this message keeps coming in for this energy for you in September. Tell me more. You're like, I have made an executive decision. I am clear with my thoughts and my intrinsic intention, so much to the point that I am ready to act upon that. Good for you. You have made a decision. Wow. And here, when you make that decision and you tell the universe what you want, you don't even have to fight for it. You just let it fall in your lap. Everything that you want is going to fall right in your lap. All the things that you're wishing for, you don't have to be defensive about it. You just have to open to receive. Ooh, I really love that. Let's take a look at energy you don't see coming, and then we'll get some advice, Taurus. Energy you don't see coming. Somebody is going to come toward you with all sorts of, sneaky kind of energy trying to get you to fall back out of your worth. So they're going to say, oh, I'm lost without you. I'm nothing without you. You've got poverty here. Pathway. This pathway is talking about the long haul, the long game. So this person might be talking to you about the future and how they can change and how, it's kind of like they're living in the future. They might even be like making promises about the future. And they might even come in and say, there's something wrong. I'm having hardship. My health is upset. They're trying to pull at some heartstrings here. When in actuality, what they're trying to do is see if you're still a viable source for them. They don't want to lose your energy because you have this fabulous, abundant, powerful, I want to say safe energy for them too. They like the foundation that you provide for them. Yeah. Here's a gift. On one hand, this is energy you don't see coming. You could be receiving a gift. This person could give you a gift. But on the other hand, you are a gift to them. This could be all this energy that you have been giving them. And they see you as a gift. They don't like it that you took your energy away from them. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at romance angels, because Taurus, it really does feel like this is counterpart type energy that's coming in. Here we go. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. I want to say this. We're talking about this person, but what came up here happening now and into the near future. You've just met someone or you're just about to meet someone. There are a lot of people here kind of wanting your attention, and they're different than this King of Pentacles reversed that you were talking about earlier. They're different than this person. So I feel like this is actually talking about someone else, not this person. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That did come in because, okay, this pattern of this type of person could very well, excuse me, Taurus, could very well, it's like you're able to identify this now in your life where these kind of patterns that this person has brought up has been there before. And this is exactly what that is talking about. And again, once you know, you can't unknow is what keeps coming up. Getting to know each other, right? And even to like, you're going to be meeting people, if you haven't even already, like that are different than this. Or as soon as you meet them, you recognize that those patterns are there and you just turn away from it. But there are a bunch. And so you really have, I just heard you have the field to play on. Playing the field. That's cute. That's funny. Okay. So that's coming in. I do want to pull one more. Oh yeah, that's why. Release your ex. All right. You've got that message pretty clearly, pretty strongly from the guides today. Let's take a look at your Moonology. Advice, please. Confidence is your key to success. You know what you're doing. And if this person kind of tries to knock you out of your confidence or out of your worth, you know what you're doing. I'm not sure if they could even do that at this point. A personal issue reaches resolution. I feel like that could be definitely something that's coming up from childhood or from previous relationships, previous, like kind of similar patterns. And what do you need to release? Can we get any more clear? Wow. Okay, there you have it, Taurus. So I'll be back in a couple of days, really soon, to do another spread for you, and I will see you soon. Bye, Taurus.